Okay. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick video and I want to just caution you about the type of people that you work with or that you choose to get divinations from, buy products from, even get readings from, all of it. Okay. um some of these people really are not wrapped tight, and I told you guys this before, but I saw something else that happened today that kind of just really drove the point home even more. So there was a lady, and she basically got on Facebook and posted about an oil that she purchased. And she said she purchased this oil from somebody, and it was called something obsession. It was some type of obsession oil, which that was the purpose of the oil. And so she bought this oil and she used it, and she says that at some point she spilled it one day, and that when she came back home, that the oil I'm sorry, when she came back home, her boyfriend had completely changed, and she said that he SA'd her, and she said that she cut him off after that. And then she says about a year later he comes back into her life, and this is where for me the story should have ended, because that don't make no sense. But she came back. She said she got back with him or whatever. He said that he had changed, he had done all this stuff. I've never heard of a grape person, a grape offender, going and getting rehabilitated in any way, but whatever, right? So she says that, but that's what she says. And she says that when he came back, I guess things were okay at first, but then basically she was on the video showing her injuries from she said he severely beat her, and she had knots in her head. She said she had a black eye. I'm not gonna lie, I watched the video, I didn't see a black eye, so I'm not really, maybe I wasn't looking close enough. But she said that he abused her, he assaulted her physically very bad, and that she was in a lot of pain, and that he had asked her for a intimate favor, if you know what I mean, and she said no, because she said she was tired, and he flipped out and beat her up. And she's just like, y'all be careful with magic, and y'all be careful with oils, and da 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 da. Now, I'm not saying, you should be conscious of how you're using magic, right? You should be, somebody should have taught you something, you should have, you should, and this is part of why I have my sovereign siren apprenticeship for women who want to learn magic. And I'm not playing with people. I'm not taking everybody. It's not just everybody just join. There's a process for me to vet if you are a good fit for the apprenticeship, because we are going to work together very closely, and I want to make sure that I'm, because again, I'm not going to teach somebody that I think needs maybe some other form of, needs to learn some other skills other than magicianship, right? So, or alchemy. So she was talking about this oil. She's talking excessively, and she's just like, yeah, y'all be careful with magic and this. And I'm just like, wait. Don't blame it on the oil. Don't blame it on the oil. Now, what I will tell you is I don't really like to play with obsession magic. I'm familiar with it. It can be useful. It's not really my favorite thing to do. But what I was going to say, or what I'm trying to say, is it had nothing to do with the oil. And this is part of why you have to, this is why people tell you be careful with magic. You need to be careful with magic because of you. Because if you're not wrapped tight, and you attract psychopathic motherfuckers, and you don't know how to write a petition, and you don't know how to do an invocation, you don't know how to manifest things in a way that is safe for you. That's the big part, that it's safe for you. Because you can, if you don't know what you're doing, I guess, per se, you can manifest a situation that's really bad. I always tell people, do not tell spirit that you just want a man or you just want a girl, or you want a woman. Do not just tell spirit that. Do not do that, because spirit just okay, cool, I'll give you what you want, that's what's up. And then you just gonna get any run-of-the-mill motherfucker that you ask, because you were not specific. And a lot of people aren't specific because they don't believe they can have what they want. So this is part of why it's really important to getting a mentor and getting, taking a course from a trusted person, because you will be doing stuff they're just certain intricate details. That's really, for me, when people say, oh, don't play with magic, Yeah, because there are certain intricate details that if you're not paying attention to and you're not minding, that you can really find yourself in a really jack up space like this lady. But this is the part about the lady that tripped me out. She's a tarot reader. Now, I am not going to sit up here and say I have never let a man make a fool of me. I'm not going to sit up here and say I've never made a bad decision. I'm not even here to judge that lady. But use your good sense that God gave you. Would you want a reader? Would you want someone reading your cards that thinks it's okay to reconcile with someone who essayed her? And I was talking about this with my friends. Me and her both saw it online. And she was like, these are the type of readers, right, that aren't girls and do stuff like tell you to get back with your boyfriend after he's done something horrible to you, like cheat on you or beat you up or essay you. Because this is what they would do. I've actually gotten and this is part of why I tell y'all to be mindful of who is reading for you and to really check in with spirit if you should get a divination or reading from that person or any type of services from that person. Because I've gotten some readings before that were absolutely ridiculous. Like, I was like, I'm gonna have to call my money back from this motherfucker because this reading was bullshit. Like, it didn't resonate. It didn't make no sense. It's stupid. And y'all know, like, I'm an intuitive. So, you know, what are you talking about? It's kind of like getting a reading or it's kind of like going to church and the minister is like, you over there, you need to repent from theft or something. And you're like, I don't do that. That has nothing to do with me. That's completely like left field. Like, it was like that. It was the number say it was like that. The readings were like that. Like, there were multiple. I've had multiple readings where people were just on complete and total bullshit. Like, complete and total, like they just made up some shit and I knew it was trash, right? And so again, I don't know this lady. I don't know if she is gifted as a seer. I don't know. But be mindful of who is doing readings for you and their personal mindset. Because some people, there are people who can read cards, and there are people who can channel, and there are people who can divine, and they are not. They are able because they're gifted and they are skilled and they really can hear. They are not telling you what they would do in a situation. They are hearing from source. But some people who read cards and some people who divine will tell you what they would have did, because they're not tapped in with source and they just making money off of people by doing readings for them. So I just want to make sure that's clear, that just be careful who you let do divinations for you. Some of these people are crazy, and I'm gonna be 100% real. When I've been going through some of my most ashiest times of my life, where spirit was really trying to get me together, the majority of those times I was not doing divinations, even if I needed the resources, even if I needed the money, because I was like, man, I'm so fucking off right now. I'm not finna pick up no cards for nobody but my goddamn self. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do it. Now, you know, I'll read a natal chart because that don't have shit to do with intuitive. I mean, it does have something to do with intuitive knowledge, but it's like, I'm literally reading. I tell people all the time, me reading your chart don't have nothing to do with, sometimes messages do come in, but me reading your chart is like, it's math. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Saturn is Saturn is Saturn. Your fifth house is your fifth house is your fifth house. So I can't like force a message in astrology because it's just there. You know, a lot of people think astrology is just something that just is, it's very woo-woo, and it's very like, you know, it's just very woo-woo and very just like, you can just kind of make shit up. Astrology is not for shit to be made up. Astrology is very scientific. It's very mathematical. So there's that. You know, it's kind of like, you know, A reading is like a card reading is like reading a book with emotion, versus astrology is like going to math class. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel good, you know, you might not be able to read the book with a whole bunch of emotion. But with math, it's like, well, 2 + 2 is still 4, even though I might have an attitude. Like, it's still 4, right? But I typically don't like to do anything when I don't feel well. I'll try to schedule it and do some energy work for myself to feel better. Like, I'll be like, okay, I can do that. In 3 days, I can get my energy together. So I'll put the booking out 3 days or something like that. But I would be terrified if I found out that my tarot reader was, or would, I don't know. That's concerning to me. So I just was like, let me let a little PSA out for the family. But yeah, I don't have a link for the Sovereign Savage right now. You will have to contact me directly. So I will, I'm gonna put this on my side. I will drop my email address if you would like to communicate with me, and you know, if I can see, you know, and from there I can see if you're a good fit for the Sovereign Siren course, training, apprenticeship. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I'm almost done with the Lilith and North Node readings. Y'all had me busy. Y'all had me busy, but I appreciate it. I thank you for supporting me and my family. Those are still available too. I'll put the links in the description and or comments. If you would like a North Node reading, which is astrology, or a Lilith reading, right? And I also have my part of fortune readings, which I need to get on here and talk about. So next, after I get my face together and my hair together, I'm going to do a video on synastry, because synastry is deep, and I really want you all to who are interested to tap in. So synastry is the astrology of relationships. I did a video a while back about the astrology of location, like, you know, where you should move and different things for your best outcome. But I will that video will be up next. I just need to get my look together, because I've been outside in these streets, okay, working. So okay, I'll see y'all next time. Just a little PSA. Y'all have a good rest of your Jupiter day. Peace.